We're about to go on, team. Yeah, look at this.
Kia ora, hello. If you are new around here, we are Matt and Ash, a couple of Kiwis from New Zealand currently living and working in Singapore.
Welcome to our new series where we touch down in the beautiful country of Spain.
Here we will dive into the history, culture and of course some delicious food as we travel to the country's most incredible places. In this episode we travel to Montserrat, a unique part of the Catalonia province in Spain. This place is famous for the incredible monastery that is built right in amongst the rock formations.
Over 1,000 years old, the monastery has a lot of history, but for us, it was the incredible landscape that had us hooked. Rock formations, views, a train, and a cable car. This place was a must visit, and in this episode, we'll show you why you should check it out. Good morning.
Good morning.
What you are seeing behind us is not a painting or a green screen. It is in fact real, and we're about to go up there.
And we've got a little bit of our all-day ticket so we can make our way up around the mountain range, have some lunch, look at a monastery. It's going to be really fun.
I just can't get over those views already.
We still just keep taking photos of it even though it doesn't change.
It's going to be even better from the top.
Yeah.
We're about to go on, team. Yeah, look at this.
Thank you. Which side do you want to go on?
Front.
This is kind of scary because there's a lot of people coming in here. And I think this is about, 150 years old or something?
That's what we've heard. Yeah.
Oh God. The maximum weight limit is 2,400 kilos. So, we're about to get off. It was the coolest ride up.
If that wasn't the sickest time lapse you've ever seen, I don't know what is.
And I think definitely one of the best cable cars we've been on.
Oh, hands
like
down.
Cable car with a view, so yeah. About to thank you.
Welcome to the top of the world, well, it feels like it anyway. And I guess that's why there's a monastery up here. We're here at the top, and I wish I could say that the only way to the top was the cable car, but yeah, there's not. There's a walking track up the top too. But Ash and I did not feel that fit today to walk up this mountain, and initially I was like, oh, is that bad of us? Are we being lazy? But after seeing that and also riding in the cable car, I'm glad that we made that decision.
We definitely were a little bit lazy, sorry.
We didn't know a lot about what's up here. We know that there's a monastery. What we didn't know is that there's actually a little town up here too. And there's cars up here, so there's obviously a road which takes away some of the remoteness of it. But we've also figured out that we can catch a train further on up the mountain for even better views. So according to my watch, we are 995 metres above sea level at the moment, and the little train line that we just took was 498 metres long, and it climbs 248 metres in that time, with a max gradient of 65%. Unreal. And it's over 100 years old too, which is pretty incredible. So initially I said we weren't going to do any walking.
We're doing a little bit.
We're doing a little bit, so we're not completely useless. There's a little hike at the top of the train line bit, so we thought we'd go that extra little bit higher to get even better views. It's just, it's addictive, isn't it? It's like there's always that extra little bit you can do to
We're not quite at the peak.
get even better. So let's go and see what we're faced with. Righto team, the walk has been extended. We've decided that we're going to walk this route back down to the township itself instead of catching that little train again. So fingers crossed it actually leads us there. It's a little bit confusing.
I hope it leads us there, so I'll be fuming.
Otherwise, search and rescue. We're at the top of Montserrat somewhere. We're not kitted out for an evening up here, so if you could send someone immediately, that would be fantastic. Have you ever seen anything as incredible as this? We keep finding little hidden gems on this walk. Looking back over the town and the main monastery. The beautiful rock faces, Pyrenees mountains, snow on them out that way. Just absolutely beautiful.
So on our walk we're past a lot of stones that have been stacked outside statues or monasteries or churches, and we looked into what the significance of that is. So people stack these to signify a wish for themselves or their family, but some also believe that it's like a spiritual thing to signify that they've been to a place that they might not actually come back to, and to say that they've been there.
So we've made it back into town now. Ashley is much relieved because she was a bit worried there for a little while.
I was scared we're going to get to a monastery and have to hike all the way back up.
And after all of that, I highly recommend that way of doing it. First of all, it's a lot easier because you're not going uphill, but because you're going downhill and you're winding down the mountain, you actually get the best views. You're not having to turn around to look at the views. So let's go find some lunch.
So part of our trip out here, we actually purchased a TOT, which is a all-inclusive Montserrat pass, which gave us the return trip out on the train, all the transport within the mountain region, the information centre, and all the access to all the tourist attractions. It also includes like a cafeteria standard lunch, so we're going to dig in before we hit the attractions. After lunch, we went and explored some of the town. They have a film in the information building which documents the history of the area and is well worth watching.
A view of the peaks could lead one to believe that it was sculpted by divine hand.
We then went into the Museum of Montserrat. It had some beautiful artworks dating back to the Roman times.
And then finally, the monastery itself, Santa Maria de Montserrat, a beautiful building inside and out housing the famous Virgin of Montserrat. History has it that the statue was brought here in the 7th century upon an invasion of Barcelona. It remained hidden here for 200 years before being found again and a monastery eventually being built to house it.
A suggestion if you were to visit, I would highly recommend packing yourself your own lunch because there's so many viewpoints around the area.
Yeah.
You just have a little picnic with a view, because this outside to us is more exciting than any museum. So I think you can just look at this for hours.
Yeah. So. The sun is slowly starting to set here, and I think it might be time for us to catch the cable car back down, so we don't become the last ones up here, although it would be a pretty cool place to be left.
Yeah, we'd have to figure out some alternative accommodation.
Let's go.
See ya!
Alright team, that wraps up our day here in Montserrat. It's been absolutely incredible, blown away by the scenery and the ability to build something like that on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely a must visit if you're in Barcelona. Quick little day trip. You could do a tour, you can do it yourself.
Easy.
Thank
you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on A Couple of Kiwis. Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks for watching.
Hold the pose.